I'm Matthew Martin, and the news is good. Tonight, be wise as serpents. One of the chief ways in which God's people stand out from people of the world is our willingness to give the benefit of the doubt. Paul tells us in 1 Corinthians 13:7, love believes all things. And that does not mean that love is gullible or that a person who loves is a sucker. It does, however, mean that a loving person would rather be taken advantage of while trying to help someone than walk around constantly being skeptical and cynical and refuse to help on the off chance that they may be helping a fraud. Christians should believe all things. Christians should give the benefit of the doubt. At the same time, the Master warns his disciples, be wise as serpents. And I know he follows that up with, and be harmless as doves, but the first statement is still true, be wise as serpents. You can do that and give the benefit of the doubt. Paul does not contradict Jesus, nor does Jesus say the opposite of his apostle. The two statements complement each other. Christians should believe all things. Christians should give the benefit of the doubt. But when someone proves beyond a doubt that they are a liar, the benefit of the doubt goes away. A person is entitled to the benefit of my assuming they have good intentions. If they prove their intentions are not good, that person is no longer entitled to the benefit of my positive assumption. When people give you a reason to trust them, trust them. When people give you no reason either way to trust them or distrust them, trust them. When people give you a reason not to trust them, don't trust them. It is the liar, the con man, the manipulator, the scoundrel who takes advantage of our calling to give folks the benefit of the doubt. And shame on those who do, who abuse people's good nature and trusting disposition to wiggle and worm out of the consequences of their sinful actions. The Lord sees you. The Lord knows. Instead, let us be a people who are both trusting and trustworthy. The world could use more of that. It is the primary tenet of gospel living. Thank you, Matthew. We now go live to our correspondent out on the field. Thank you, Matthew. Today's Bible reading comes from Luke 2, verse 29, where the man Simeon says, Lord, now let your servant depart in peace according to your words, for mine eyes have seen your salvation. Simeon was a man who waited his entire life to lay eyes on the Messiah. And here he is finally in his old age, and he gets to see the child Christ when he is a newborn babe. He lays hold on him, in fact, takes him in his arms and blesses him and blesses Joseph and Mary, Jesus' earthly parents. The verse is a good reminder for all of us that God does answer prayer. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, or even this year, or even this decade. But in time, God will answer your prayers in His way, according to His time. We only need to trust in Him. Be mindful of Simeon, a man who waited his whole life to see God answer his prayer. And here, God did. It is February 3rd, and my prayer for us today is that we will take one last look at the snow and appreciate what it offers. I know the weather has gotten a lot nicer in terms of the temperature, which is bizarre because you still look out there and despite the mildness of the temperature, there's still a lot of white and there's still a lot of ice and slush everywhere. And that's because there was so much. It's just taking a long time for it to melt. So there's stuff happening under the surface, things happening behind the scenes that we can't always see and appreciate. But my prayer for us this month is that we will be thankful for the snow that we got, even though it was inconvenient and it caused all kinds of headaches and heartaches and so forth with all of us. But come spring, when the world is rejuvenated, when the beautiful flowers are blossoming and blooming, we'll be thankful for the weather that we received in the winter. I pray that you'll remember that when spring comes and give thanks to God for it, as much as you give thanks for all the beautiful colors and flowers and everything that bloom this spring. God bless.